Rolling.
Me man bun. Me love me man bun. Me man bun. Me love me man bun. Wagwan would be man bun sides crop short. Me love one bun underneath one fedora. See man bun dung at the coffee shop. Me love man bun with the clap and stomp. Me sit with me laptop type of poetry. Man bun bounce while me sip green tea. Me love man bun cause it's so trendy. Me had me man bun since about 2013. Me man bun. Me love me man bun, me man bun, me love me man bun. Welcome to Millennial Excellence.
Yeah.
That was a warm island-style welcome from our
Why'd you say,
family
before
to
I hit
yours.
record, why did you say don't get mad at me? I didn't understand that.
So you're not mad at me?
No, if anything, I'm pleased that you've come out of your shell and revealed your true self to me in such a way.
Great. Yeah, that song came to me this morning.
Can I be like political for a second?
That's why I said don't get mad at me.
No, I think what's interesting to me about it is like I don't think that of either of us as being post woke types, or you know, we haven't swung the other way. But I do think 6 years ago or something, when I had another podcast, I do feel like if I had done something like that, it would have like caused discourse and have someone yell at me. Like someone yelled at me for saying the word woke as a white man back then when I was doing my Blink-182. So it's just interesting that even in ways that we don't notice, the permissions are slipping, and I like it. I think it's good because we wouldn't have had the song of the summer, Me Man Bun, without it.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's good. So yeah, when I said don't get mad at me, I was speaking to everybody.
Oh, okay.
I was trying.
That's helpful. Yeah. But you said it just to me before, and I very clearly said we're rolling. So do you want to say it to them too?
Yeah, please don't get mad at me. I love reggae music. And I was trying to do an accurate patois, and you just can't not do the accent a little bit. But I have nothing but love and respect to the patois language of Jamaica.
Actually, even not to switch formats, but I even when I made a little patois joke in my newsletter a couple of weeks ago, I was afraid that I was going to get in trouble. And it seems like we just have more permission now. So I guess the white straight male has won is the lesson here. It feels pretty good.
Yeah, it's been an uphill battle with that team.
We did choose the right team. Miles, before we get into the infamous tagline bit that everyone comes here for, I think we should, right off the top of the bat, because I haven't spoken to you in sync in quite a while, and I thought we could maybe just debrief on how the async episode went. There's been a lot of feedback. It was basically everything but the kitchen sink was in that episode, async. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I mean, I first wanted to plug the sink, get it? Check it out at patreon.com/millennial excellence. But how did you feel it went?
I have no clue. I literally had no idea how it was gonna come out. Everybody was feeling, or like you and Alex both felt like your messages weren't sending.
They weren't. I lost quite a few that were long.
Oh, really?
Lengthy.
Are you sure?
Alex's did send multiple times, and he told.
And
the
I
same
think we
story.
just weren't replying to them.
I had a few that would just like show that they were going through and then disappear, but it's because I was trying to record like in situ a lot, like in an elevator or something. Maybe that was why. I do notice in general that you actually seem to very much disconnect while you're away on the weekend. You know what I mean? Like, do you just like? I'm not. I usually have like noties 0 at all times. Not inbox 0, but noties. But do you just kind of let your phone sit there? Do you like move it when you're sleeping? Also, I'm opening mail right now. I don't know if you can hear that.
Do I move my phone while I'm sleeping?
Yeah, do you like put it on the other side of the room or something? Or you just mute the
Do you
thread.
check your phone in your sleep? I don't understand the conceit of that question.
Sometimes,
like,
like for example, if I can't sleep, I'll be like, oh, I wonder what time it is, and then I'll look at my phone, and then suddenly I'm like on Twitter. Mm-hmm. So some people put it on the other side of the room.
Well, I was out with Katie for the weekend, and you and Sarah have 20 years of marriage. But I'm in a new relationship where I want to be present with the other human that I'm spending time with.
Probably a good idea. I mean, I think I am present with her, which is probably the source of some of the tension of the async episode.
I'm not saying
she politely asked me to please keep it down at the Lemon Twigs concert because I thought I was being quiet. I think that's another thing about me is I always think I'm being quiet and I'm always yelling. So maybe that was part of the problem.
Use your inside voice.
Oh, that's good. I like that whispering. But yeah, the async episode, we traveled all around. Alex and I left messages in situ, and Miles did occasional check-ins as well. And it was the async episode. People are loving it, so check it out. And the other thing I want to talk is a bit of housekeeping. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to say Caleb many times. I'm going to say the time code of 6:04, and I'm not going to write it down. So hopefully that helps. But it actually is time for the Millennial Excellence, a brand new segment, the Millennial Excellence social media update. And so before, I'm going to tee it up because we don't have it yet. But Max, who is a person that we've never met and know nothing about really, who runs our Twitter, has been getting into it with the brand A24 and their film Backrooms. And so he's going to explain what's been going on with that of late. So this is the Millennial Excellence social media update. Is that a good name for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Social media update.
Hey, thanks for having me on the show. Quick little social media update. So a couple weeks ago, someone was posting these rumors on Twitter about the kid director of the upcoming A24 Backrooms movie. His name's Kane Parsons. He's allegedly 20 years old, and he also allegedly is not the director of the movie. He's more of a figurehead, like Milli Vanilli. This is what the rumor that somebody came up with that said real director is some old guy apparently. And yes, I guess one of Kane's fans sent it to him on Discord, and he saw it, changed his username to an older gentleman, confirming the rumors, and he pretty much proved me right, or proved whoever put the post up right, because it wasn't me. Thanks. Kane, come on the show. Bye.
And that was the Millennial Excellence social media update. Wow.
That was crazy. What a compelling story. It takes a real skill to do that kind of online IRL storytelling. And I'm very impressed, Max. That was excellent. We should make a little documentary. Why did you say thank you?
I thought you said you're impressed to the max. Miles, there's one issue that's going on, and I think, you were whispering earlier. I think you were doing a little callback to your fan favorite tagline that everyone loves. Shh, it's starting. Yes, it's good. I do realize that it also kind of says shit's starting, which could be a way that people would make fun of us. But I think the reason it doesn't resonate with me is that it doesn't speak to our core values. And then it made me realize that one of the reasons we don't have a tagline is because we don't know what our core values are. I mean, I don't think we don't have to be an LLC yet because we don't have the income just yet. But I haven't looked at these yet. I just shared a link with you from achievers.com. This is 25 inspiring examples of core values. So what is a core value? I mean, are you aware of this kind of thing?
I've encountered it. I think core values are like zines, paying $5 at the door, keeping the lights on at shows,
right.
Talking about young kids getting into bands.
Those
are some of the core values that I'm familiar with.
I love that you're bringing a sort of punker energy to it. I love seeing that kind of in the business sphere. This is a business that we've started together, though, so it's not all mosh pits and bong hits. I was trying to do a rhyme, but the core value could be like, I used to work at a place that one of the core values was swing the axe, and when you would work there for 5 years of swinging the axe at this ad agency, you would get a free axe mailed to you.
What does that mean, though? Swing the axe?
I think it just means like
people?
work, maybe. Oh yeah,
okay.
axing someone. That's true. Well, actually, it did kind of take on a different meaning when they had like heavy layoffs there, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this article on achievers, what I was thinking we could do is take some of these 25 core values and pick our favorites and see if we can come up with an anagram or a word from them.
Okay, I already see 15. 15 is speaking to me.
15. Okay, let's read this one. Excellence. Setting the bar high and pushing to exceed it. Excellence is about taking pride in your work, striving to improve and never coasting on good enough. That's pretty interesting to break it down like that, because I don't know if that's really accurate to ourselves, but excellence could a core value of Millennial Excellence be excellence? I think so.
Yes, I think so, and I even think that could be the tagline. It won't be. I don't think it's the tagline you're pitching, but imagine Millennial Excellence. Excellence. So
is there an echo in here? I would think,
Maybe we should think about this strategically and look at the vowel, not just the values, but the vowels.
Well, I was thinking actually what we could do is we could put some time on the clock and have a little jam session.
Okay.
And quickly, now I don't know if this is going to be the right. Let's see. I was really hoping that I'd be able to get the Miro timer music. Maybe this will be it. Let's try this.
Okay.
Let's just put some time on the clock have a little jam session.
Perfectly. Go to the collaborate. Hit the blue play button to start. And here's a cool bonus. You can play royalty-free music during the countdown. Just select a track when setting the timer.
Have you ever done this at work?
Don't want music? You can mute it.
Do little sticky notes.
While the timer is running, you can pause, stop, or even add more time by clicking the +1 minute or +5 minute buttons.
Well, I found
the timer is visible to everyone on the board.
But
so
I searched. This is like sort of like a Fig Jam program. This is the actual song that they play. So let's put a minute on the clock, and let's read it and come up with our best ideas. All right?
Okay.
Starting now. Feel free to go off camera if you.
Can we just take the whole thing offline?
Well, we've started. So.
Okay.
We could do. We tried async. Oh yeah, some of these are good. All right, coming up on 15 seconds left.
Okay.
Let me know if you need more time.
I'm good.
See if anyone else wants to
play along at home.
Yeah.
Maybe you should recite the URL.
achievers.com/blog/company-core-value-examples/. All right, we're at time. Is everyone good?
Mm-hmm.
I actually didn't do it because I was focused on the time. So what did you come up with?
Okay. I've got Millennial Excellence. Commitment. Because we are committed to this project. I was going to say bit, but...
Right. The bit, too. We are committed to the bit as well. But
what bit?
The project, for sure. So that was number 23. So commitment is one that you like. That's
openness.
True. Openness. Okay.
That's a core value of the show. The radical honesty segment.
Yeah, true. I don't see that on the list, though. Is that on the list? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, 22. Yeah. Passion. Okay.
Yeah, passion. I think that speaks for itself. And then we're going to bring it all home with excellence. Commitment, openness, passion, and excellence.
Cope. It's cope.
Yes.
Millennial
It's
Excellence.
just cope.
It's cope. I like that.
Pure cope.
I do like that. I think that's pretty good. Let's see what people think about it. But I think that's at least this was a valuable exercise, and it just kind of shows what can happen if you smash your heads together.
And you know what? We could even replace passion with respect, and then it would be a core value.
Yeah, but I don't think this is that kind of show. It's not really.
It's not respectful
show.
At all.
And it's right, yeah.
Well, core value, company core value.
I think we've come up with a cope value, which I like, because it is a way to cope. Really, podcasting. If you're a elderly white male like me.
So is that your submission?
Yeah, cope, and we did it together. So I think it's locked in.
Well, we'll see. Speaking of locks, this is the man bun episode of Millennial Excellence. That famous hairstyle that we love to mock. We love to mock these locks, which is unfortunate. Well, is it unfortunate? Here's one thing I'm going to posit right out the gate. I did my usual YouTube research. And to my surprise, there's very little... I guess, Josiah, when you think of the man bun hairstyle, do you associate it with a type of guy?
I don't want to tell tales out of DM, but the mention of man bun has come up a few times in the show so far. And it did result in a lengthy debate with Ned and Caleb and I about this exact question. And I think I do associate it with a certain type of guy, but I think that my sub question is like, is this a gendered insult, or does it have some sort of gender essentialism to it? Or is it just like describing a type? To me, I think it does just describe a type of guy. And I think there are like different kinds of man bun guys too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, like, I like what I'm saying is I think it's possible for a man to put hair in bun and not be a man bun.
Yes. Do you think the shaved sides make it man bun?
Well, I think one thing that I'm hesitant to do, but in my episode-long commitment to radical honesty, I'll open up about kind of more of my misanthropic outlook on life that you don't seem to share whatsoever. But often I'll go to the YMCA beside my house before work just to do some cardio before sitting and going on the computer for 16 hours or whatever it is before I go to bed. And I hate it. I hate working out. I hate going to the gym. I am 40 years old and I'm still kind of like a kid who walks the mile, so to speak, but I'm making myself do it. And so I just go to the gym and I feel so angry about being awake and so frustrated and pissed off that I'm doing it, until the endorphins start kicking in. But in those brief moments beforehand, there's a guy that works at the YMCA, and all the machines are broken, and one of the channels on the TV that is right above the treadmill shows like goiter operations all morning, and people have complained to him before, and he never changes the channel. All the machines are broken, and he got mad at me for like not going multiple stories downstairs to hang up my coat in the locker. And I took my coat and put it beside the elliptical, and he like came over and gave me a talking to, even though I've gone there for years. So this guy pisses me off so bad. He just like leans on the machines in an annoying way. He's just like he's the object of my ire every morning. And for the longest time, he had this sort of mini samurai man bun with shaved sides of head, and it just pissed me off so bad. So lately, I think of that guy the most.
Well, and you work there?
And I work there?
No, the man bun guy works there.
He's like the head. He's like the king of the workout room at the Myland YMCA.
I definitely think I do associate man buns with gym guys, like goofy gym guys.
Yeah, well, is it like the katana sword collecting guy too? Maybe.
No, I don't think so. It's hard to say, but here's one thing. Here, look at this. I did some data. Because when I was doing my research...
I love when we have used data to back up our claims.
When I was if I can figure this out. When I was doing the research, I noticed a lot of the beats and the parodies and memes that people make resemble sorry, I'm
Take your time. No, take your time.
okay.
I think of this as
I was seeing a lot of echoes of skinny jeans throughout the discourse here.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I'll do.
I can just play the Miro music while you're... Just let me know.
Okay. I think
What genre of music is this? Okay, thank you. Oh, great.
So this red line represents the search term for hipster, and this blue line represents the search term for man bun.
Wow.
And you'll notice when man bun peaked in like 2017, hipster was well on the decline.
Yeah.
So there's not really necessarily an association with man buns and hipsters. I kind of think the man bun is like a normal guy's haircut.
Check out the spike in hipster this year.
It's that indie sleaze, baby.
That's true. Yeah, I do. Okay, that's interesting. I think to that point, wow, I love this data. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for preparing this. I think that a man bun might be something that feels subcultural but isn't.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's a accoutrement that suggests subculturalism, but is merely rooted in nothing. Or to me, I still think it's rooted in a sort of post-hipster obsession. I still think the man bun guy might be obsessed with rings or like brewing of some kind, whether it's home brew or crafties or maybe even coffee. Or but I'm interested. It's interesting to me that you don't think it's a katana guy. Is it just because I'm picturing a samurai bun and that's where it's coming from?
I feel like there's different flavors. I do feel like there is a flavor of man bun haver that is interested in like history and like or fantasy and like Jon Snow or the like the guys who have the braid on top, like they're trying to be a Viking.
Yeah.
So there's that. And that guy probably has swords. But then there's just the kind of like shaggy surfer guy.
Right.
Who's wearing like one of those huge tank tops, who has a man bun and a longboard.
Yeah.
And that's a different kind of guy, I think.
And then there's a guy that I think is like just like a hot guy who just like has a leather jacket and a man bun. And he's just like kind of a dumb himbo.
Yes. And that's a third one. But then also like did Father John Misty?
Oh yeah, he seems
ever
like
have a man bun.
He seems like a flavor of man bun as well. I think that maybe the Father John Misty type is putting it in a man bun when it's getting annoying to have down, but he's not necessarily like grooming the man bun before he goes out.
Right.
I don't know if you found this, but I just saw this website that has the 7. It's called shampoolounge.com. It's the 7 types of man bun. And this might be helpful to unlock sort of the different kinds of man bun. There's the, let's see. The infinity man bun, which I think is an interesting, it's like very high.
It's like a messy bun. This is like messy bun.
Get it done.
Coffee gangster rap. Yeah. Get it done style.
Semi man bun. He's got a semi. He's like, I swear this doesn't usually happen. Just kidding. High man bun. The man bun undercut fade that is displayed on Zane here. That's like a degree of annoying. That is, I don't know. I mean, they're all pretty annoying. I think to look at. Do you agree?
Think the small, when it's small like that, it seems very unnecessary. I do think, like, this guy with the suspenders is a bit much. This is going back a little bit. I do think it's true that there are some guys who just have long hair and put it in a bun. And there are other guys who made the decision to have a man bun. And that is certainly distinct.
Yeah, but I think if you have long hair, is putting it in a bun the only option, or can you do a pony? Because I think in general I prefer and I am speaking purely about the aesthetics of how I experience other people. I do think I find it slightly more aesthetically pleasing for anyone to have a ponytail versus a bun.
Well, like a guy, a guy wouldn't do a high pony. A guy would do like a low pony.
Yeah.
And so, but a guy would do a high bun.
Right.
These are more than 7.
Yeah, there's like 44 on here. And thin hair oiled man bun. Thin hair. I think I might have fallen prey to some SEO trickery here.
Well, was it the top result?
It was one of the top results, and it is Shampoo Lounge. Like this one also, when you don't even really have that long of hair and then you just give it a little knot in there, that's like sort of... Well, I guess I already know what you're going to say, but like, do man buns bother you?
They don't bother me.
That's what I thought.
I'm not going to make judgments.
Right.
They don't bother me, but they are...
Is there any
they
kind of like...
me 10 years ago.
Is there any kind of like fashion decision that someone else can make when they cross your path you think, wow, that's annoying?
Maybe if they're wearing like some kind of headlamp with a strobe light, that would be obstructive to me. I do think the big trucks with the really bright LED high beams are pretty annoying.
That is annoying.
Those seem rude.
But so you're saying 10 years ago the man bun, or like, I guess to rephrase it, if someone's being annoying or being disruptive or being rude and they have a man bun, you're going to notice that they have a man bun.
Yes, that's true. That's very true.
And so what does that say?
That's interesting. I think it's true if somebody annoys you off the gate, then
you start looking for evidence.
Yes. Yeah, then you're like, "Oh, that short guy. That like the guy with the mustache.
Yeah.
The guy in the hat, the guy with the man bun."
Yeah. It's true. It's descriptive. That's... Yeah, and also, okay, let's just talk about it. Do you think there's a gendered or sexist element to it?
I feel like that's pretty far out for me. I do know, like, out the gate, like, if you were perfectly, I guess, if you were a perfect person and you're very sensitive, you might say something like, you shouldn't put the qualifier man in front of things. It should just be a bun.
Right.
Is that what you're getting at?
I guess so, yeah, because like we're saying that a bun or long hair is only for women, and therefore if a man has it, is it a little bit like gay or something, or I don't know. I'm just asking because I do feel like one thing we missed with the Skinny Jeans episode is that it definitely was like a girly man thing to do, probably back then.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that was interesting, because if you look up here, see if this Google results page works for you. People on the memosphere, people on Facebook memes hate man buns, but it was hard to find the same kind of vitriol on YouTube. But like, let's just, God damn it, how do you copy and paste?
It's just
Control C. I'm on a
you're on a PC.
Windows, and I'm used to
right.
the Mac now.
Oh yeah, that's so bizarre. Okay, yeah, interesting. What your man bun looks like to everyone else, and it's kind of like somewhat girly looking, feminine hair. That actually looks good though.
The one I really don't understand is this lion one.
Oh man, I remember that. I've seen that so many times in all of the like. I was in like hundreds of Indian Facebook groups called. I think there's a character named just Bro, and he's like one. Let me see if I can find him. Indian Facebook character Bro. Maybe it's not Bro. Maybe it's.
No, I know who you mean. I know Bro.
It's Bro, right? Yeah. So I was in all those groups, and they would always post this one, and I love that it says "men back in the days," and it's been shared so much that like the white behind the text is cropped down. I'm gonna paste it in here so we remember to put it with the episode. But that's really interesting. Men today. That one seems like it's. Is it a glow up or is it bad? Because the lion on the bottom kind of looks sick as hell, actually.
Well, the lion looks sickly. I think it's small.
Oh, it's wimpier. Okay.
This blog seems like a very rich text, but browsing this blog, she starts talking about Jesus, which got me thinking. Don't you think man buns are kind of a youth pastor look, or like non-denominational church kind of hairstyle?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, are you on alotofthoughts.com?
Yeah, I'm on A Lot of Thoughts.
Nice. Something we haven't talked about is like the maybe we'll have to do an episode called Musings, but I love that everyone at some point has had a blog called Musings, and this one doesn't say Musings, but I was like sad that it didn't say it, but then I noticed underneath, "Welcome to my heart, my mind, my world, my table, a lot of thoughts," and then it says, "I'm just rambling, man," which is pretty close to Musings. Yeah, I do think definitely it has a sort of. I think it goes back to the faux subcultural thing. It's like you just heard that everyone thought it was cool, and so you started doing it, and that's exactly what a youth pastor or a cool pastor would do. Like I had a pastor once who wore like bright orange cargo pants, and he was the pastor of the main church, and he was wearing like bright orange techno style cargo pants, which was very distracting, but I liked it. So what is A Lot of Thoughts saying here?
It's hard to parse.
It really is. What a strange style of prose. I think that this is the kind of writing that we've lost with AI. You know, like opening with men semicolon. I'm a big fan, and I mean that sincerely. No one's ever used a semicolon like that before. And then there's like random underlined phrases. When did this man bun situation become a thing? Anyways, and can someone please spank whoever started this horrible thread? I will spank them myself if someone just tells me who I need to start with. I love butts.
Last weekend, Hubs and I were at a football game and got a text to meet up with some friends at this really cool little hipster/restaurant bar, or hipster restaurant/bar afterward. We happily accepted the invitation, and it turned out to be a really cool place that we will likely visit again. They had all the trendy new beers, mixed drinks for days, and all these very attractive, modelly young adult waiters/waitresses. They were all rocking their skinny jeans and Converse, and were probably just waiting tables as a side job until they hit it big in Hollywood someday.
Oh, rocking their skinny jeans. I can't believe she said it.
Classic. When I glanced up from my menu to use my words and order a drink, it was like I had an out-of-body experience of some kind, and suddenly all the words just left my brains entirely. Let me just say, this waiter was a hunk. No big deal, I've seen lots of hunks in my 39 years, but this particular one had really gorgeous long hair, and I was fascinated by him immediately. I don't even know what my face was saying. I'm embarrassed just thinking about it. Facepalm. I didn't have any words, but I'm sure my face was saying way more than I wanted it to. I was totally caught off guard. 1, that this man had better hair than most women that I know. 2, that I found him attractive in the first place. For the love of all things holy, someone please just order my drink for me so I can avoid saying anything stupid right now. I immediately blurted out to my husband and friends, OMG, that guy has better hair than I do. What's that all about? I'm kind of jealous. Followed by, he's actually really attractive, and I am shocked that I am even saying that out loud. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
So she's kind of, blah, blah, blah. She's horned up.
You can't be my example anymore because we oddly look like sisters when you wear your man bun and skinny jeans.
She also said if you're upset by the article too, and this is in a different color than the rest of the text, you can send your hate mail to, and this is in red, unwadyourpanties@idon'tcare.com. But I don't care has a apostrophe. I don't think that's a real. You could try it, but you're gonna probably hit the mailer name on.
So that's pretty good. I also like this one. Like this is, I kind of like. I don't understand what this means. And it's homophobic, but it's so specific. And we can take this out if it's too problematic.
I think it's okay. This is from patriotpost.us, the best humor, memes, and cartoons, and it's a mechanic, which is a bearded epic beard man. Diesel mechanic, he was a bearded epic beard man covered in oil, and then an EV mechanic, and he has a high fade man bun with stretched earlobes and lipstick. I mean, it's interesting. It does read as homophobic, but also maybe just like is not offensive at all in a way too. It's like he's like
it's offensive to EV mechanics,
but maybe not, because maybe an EV mechanic is like a they're fine with it. They play with gender, and it's fine. Maybe they're like, yeah, that's cool. I'm glad I'm not a diesel mechanic wearing blackface.
I know.
I saw that you can get a mini fedora for your man bun. That's so. Is the fedora? Yeah, okay. The fedora maybe plays into it as well. And I think even zooming out more, maybe there's something about this that is just toxic masculinity. That's like you dared to try grooming yourself, and I'm guilty of it because I find it really annoying too. But maybe it's just like, oh, nice grooming yourself, dumbass. Could it be that?
I know. I feel like the people who make fun of this like have buddies that have man buns, though.
That's true. Yeah, it could just be like, I roast you because I love you, kind of your ding dong behavior.
Exactly.
I'm seeing sarcastic Wonka saying, "No, seriously, your man bun looks hot." I do like the ones where it shows the trash bag with the knot in it that looks like the man bun. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's like the inspiration can come from anywhere, and I'll paste it in here. Like there's, it shows the guys, and then the trash bag looks like them. And actually around this time, people were making a lot of memes about trash bags being like your mixtape or something too.
It was trash. Yeah.
Yeah. I also think it's interesting to think about how this. Well, I mean, have you found sort of? I guess the timeline checks out, but have you found evidence that this is a millennial thing and not maybe like a Gen X midlife crisis thing?
I believe it is a millennial thing. Well, let's see what videos I brought in for the class. Maybe that will answer.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, speaking of Gen X and skinny jeans, I think you'll remember.
Oh wow!
Our friend here.
What's his name? Tom.
Yeah, what's his face from the state?
I'm not making a cheeky reference to a gentleman's rear end, nor am I talking about a bun filled with man meat, like in Sweeney Todd. I'm speaking of the emergence of an unsettling trend in men's hairstyles.
I'm just going to say real quick, this is like the gold benchmark of a monologue for this show, to be able to talk like this.
I know. The Sweeney Todd reference is such a good pull.
It's so good.
Like, did people see that movie?
Yeah, I wonder.
Man buns. Yes, that's the words. Looks like that thing I pulled out of my shower drain yesterday. For centuries, men have been content to leave the bunning of the hair to the ladies, who have creatively employed it for the management of their unruly lady manes. They had loose buns, tight buns, even buns that looked like furry headphones. I would hit that even today, Carrie Fisher. Historically, men with long hair have two options. Sport a ponytail.
I do notice that they do, like, I guess it's kind of obvious, but worth saying is that Gen X guys do love to hop onto a Star Wars reference as much as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Even in last week's Taskmaster, not to date this episode or admit that I'm watching that show, but I do love it. Someone made a sound. Actually, it was Kumail Nanjiani made a sound, and they were like, "Oh, you did a Yoda impression." Like, they love to just like talk about Yoda impressions.
And be publicly ashamed. Or wear it long and be the son of God.
Thou shalt not be a douche.
Or a guy from Fish. I'm not sure which one that was. If you're asking yourself if a man bun is right for you, then I suggest that you go immediately, look in the mirror, and then punch yourself in the dick. And say, stop asking stupid questions. Mankind has come too far to be suddenly man-bunned into extinction. The next thing we know, men will be co-opting all sorts of ladies' hairdos. They're called man bangs.
It's the Pippi man stocking.
My father taught me to...
Well, I don't even know what to say about this. Like,
Yeah,
what
I'm
is
kinda
there to
just
say
letting
about
it
this?
gloss
It's just
over
like,
me.
I know, it's just a complete
It's just I'm getting
miasma
lost.
of nothingness.
We just got to finish it.
Taught me to always look a man in the hair and judge him by the quality of his hair shake. He also taught me that if a man doesn't have any hair, I must resist the urge to rub his head for luck before I throw some dice. Thank God he's not around to witness the man bun. He's in Greece, hiding from my mother. For those of us in the first world,
Is this
we owe it to our
SpawnCon?
ancestors to stop the man bun.
Yeah, I think it's some
time
kind of-
to gentlemen up.
Like,
This
not
is
Harry's,
not
but some
progress.
kind of men's...
Made man is
That smells so bad.
made man formal. I think. I did have a lot of thoughts wash over me while watching that. One is that it's just sad that this is how some of the. This is basically the final form of any alt comedian. Is that they have to do, like, even Tim and Eric did, like, Old Spice ads that are like, I don't know, everything's like kadoosh, or like someone just like punching the camera or something. Like, it's like you have to just start, no matter what happens, if you're an alt comedian, if you get popular, you have to do something like this. So I guess we'll see what Stavy does next or whatever. But then the other thing I was thinking is this must be what it sounds like when I shit on broccoli haircut as a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think maybe that's okay. Maybe I'm okay with it. Because I think, since we're cope now, once you're older, that's your job. Is you're supposed to, like, overwrite a critique of young people, maybe. Because in the same way that millennials, I think, mostly became embarrassed of the man bun and then are now in a position to reclaim it, I'm sure that's going to happen with the broccoli haircut, too.
Probably. I think it'll be... I don't know. I think it'll be, like, popular for high schoolers 30 years from now. That's when we'll see the broccoli come back. That's
I think
my
so.
trend report.
But I
my
think
trend forecast.
they're going to turn on it. They're going to turn on it, of course. But now it's making me wonder, what was the hairstyle that Gen X was embarrassed of? Was it dreads?
I think mullets.
Oh, mullets. Yeah, true. So we had mullet, man bun, broccoli hair.
The 90s kind of cyber dreads. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think so. And then, like, before that was, like, the 80s feathered flock of seagulls hair.
Or just, like, long hair, like, parted down the middle, chin-length hair. Kurt Cobain style.
Yeah, but I don't think they really got embarrassed of that, did they? They just, like, stopped doing it. But I don't think it was as audacious. But I guess that leads me, maybe this could be for later, but I'll ask you now, like, what do you predict? So if we've gone feathered in the front to mullet to man bun to broccoli hair, where's the hair trend gonna pop up next? What will be the next? What will be the Gen A?
Yeah, what's left? What is left?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it is left, or maybe it's like left and right, like Krusty the Clown, like puffed out on either side.
I think maybe. What about, like, bringing the gel in your bangs back up? That might be good.
Oh yeah, the ski jump hairstyle. I forgot about that one. Damn, there's been so many hairstyles over the years.
Well, speaking of young people, here's a young person experimenting with a man bun.
He's so young.
Welcome back. Wait. this would be easier. Welcome back to my channel. I got my first man bun in. I got Orbeez.
What are those?
They're like a toy.
Actually feels super good when you just
It's like a toy that preteens like.
Yeah.
Cool.
Why did I just turn it sideways? I don't know. So, did you know that tomorrow I'm gonna vlog something, but there's gonna be like 50
Is this new?
videos of it.
No, it's like from 8 years ago.
I still feel like saying the word vlog and having a man bun is like not 8 years ago vibes.
And yeah.
I'm sure this kid would be mortified to see this now. He probably was like imitating YouTubers from 5 years ago when this came out.
So it's like
Yeah, that's true.
gonna be wet for a little bit.
He kind of killed it though.
Just like stick up.
He kind of killed it with the man bun.
Here's a tutorial in case anyone wanted to learn how to make a man bun.
The channel is Down with Fuckboys. Hang on, having a channel called Down with Fuckboys, but making a man bun tutorial is a man.
Yeah, but look at the title.
Without I can't read the whole. Oh, without being a narcissistic tool. Oh my god. So this is not a parody of man buns, but it is sort of like this person is so exacting that they found kind of the narrow path. They're against fuckboys, but they still think it's possible to have it both ways and have a man bun without being a narcissistic tool. And it's only 25 seconds, so to nail that specificity in this time, listening to some sort of fantasy metal or something. The way he snapped the elastic was so epic. Oh, the devil horns. Do you think that... I mean, I guess this is an interesting philosophical question. Is showing your face on camera inherently narcissistic? And so by not doing
here's
so,
the thing.
he didn't...
How this video is not useful as a tutorial because this isn't how people look at their own heads, right? In the mirror or whatever.
Oh, that's true. But like looking in the mirror is already narcissism, ultimately.
Yeah, but like, have you ever watched a How to Tie Your Tie YouTube?
If anything, the mirror itself is a narcissistic tool by its very definition.
Yes, but have you ever watched a How to Tie Your Tie video on YouTube?
I've actually...
The most useful ones are like mirrored so you can follow along at home.
I've actually always visited the website. I wonder if it's still up. Tie.net. I even went here on my wedding day. It's still up. Tie.net. Tie-dash. This looks like it's turned into something else, like some SEO slop. But no, I've never watched videos, and actually I don't know how to do it. Do you know how to tie a tie?
Not without video assistance.
It's really complicated. But no, I think you're right. The POV's all messed up in that. But yeah, I guess not to keep railing on the title, but man bun tutorial without being a narcissistic tool. I'm now wondering if he's saying that he managed to do a tutorial without being narcissistic during it. Or... And this is also his only video, Down with Fuckboys, 989, 2016, so 9 years ago. This did get 180,000 views. I'm just trying to understand like what aspect of this is not narcissistic versus what is, but it feels like I'm the only one pulling this thread right now.
I think it speaks for its... I think there's a lot of insecurity here. I think that's what it is.
It's true. I think this entire... the whole man bun debate... I think that really hammers it home. Like the whole man bun debate, commenting on it feels like it's steeped in insecurity, but also the man bun itself kind of sometimes feels insecure. And it often... Maybe when I say we, I'm referring to man bun dislikers, even though I don't necessarily have a strong opinion either. We are projecting insecurity onto the people who wear them, or do they just does it seem like a haircut you have if you're a little bit insecure?
I think, what if we got a woman's perspective, a lady's perspective?
Sure.
I think that might help.
Riding my pony, my saddle.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my god!
Random thought of the day.
Holy shit! Did you know it was gonna do that?
Yeah.
That's so good. So it's like 9 seconds of like a sexy man in his Calvin Klein boxers with his feet showing, to Genuine putting his hair up in a man bun, and then jump cut to Hall Flores.
Hi, everybody. Random thought of the day. Earlier this week, we were discussing man buns at work. My kids have had them in the past. It's been okay. I've liked them. For the most part, I'm man buns, yes. In some cases, it would be a no or no way. I'm not judging. But personally, I am man buns, yes. What are your thoughts? Are you man buns, yes? Or man buns, no way? Let me know what you think.
Wow. She's really simplified it for us. So what do you think?
Well, there's man buns yes, man buns no way, no, or man buns no way. What do you think the difference is between man buns no and man buns no way?
I'm pretty sure the guy at the start is AI also. The hot guy. Yeah, I don't know. No way. Like, is she also talking about, like, whether or not she would hook up with someone with a man bun?
That's what the no way seems to imply to me.
Right. Man, this lady's really awesome. Yeah, really good video. Thanks, Hall. What's with the name Hall, also?
I know. It's I would think it's more of a guy's name, but this episode's all about bucking gender norms.
That's right.
Here's some guy. This video sucks.
Thank you for joining in. It's Jack here, and today we are going to hate on the man bun.
Just to clarify, is he not wearing a man bun right now?
He is wearing a man bun.
Okay,
so it's
kind of ironic.
Okay.
I was like, did I miss
You
something?
guys, if you've seen some of my other content, know I have man bun videos in terms of maintenance, how-to, comedy, whatever. But today I thought it would be funny to flip the script and do some hating. First things first, if you're thinking about growing a man bun and you can't grow a beard, then just don't do it. Because if you can't grow the beard but you have the bun, you probably look kind of like a chick, let's face it. Okay. Like I said,
amazing.
Some of my videos are about maintaining it, but there's people out there who don't, and it looks
Check
just
out his headshot.
Disgusting. You got all these things coming off, you got it popping out everywhere, hairs all over, they look like a Einstein mad scientist, and it's like, yo, dude, just shave that shit off. Let's talk about those dudes who
He played a youth pastor in a TV miniseries called A Band Apart.
They saw Leo DiCaprio with
He's
a
really
apart.
He's really giving like Manosphere vibes, but I can't pay attention to anything he's saying because of the distracting like the XX remix that's playing in the background of this video. But I do love when people have these like struggle IMDb's. It says Jack. So this guy's name is Jack Woltering, and it says Jack from New Jersey and a family of 8 has always made films with his family, and he still does. Jack has worked in film, television, and theater as well as modeling. Jack is a versatile actor with leading man qualities. He began his formal training at the University of Kansas, studying film and theater. IMDb mini biography by J.E. So I don't know who that is. But he was in a short called 420 as the ghost of marijuana president. He was in A Band Apart as a youth pastor. He played Wyatt in The Hardest Thing to Earn. And he played Jake Pearson in Gravo. So good for him, I think.
And now he's some kind of small business entrepreneur.
Oh, cool.
Cannabis.
Oh, yeah, nice.
My name is Jack Wolterine, the founder and creator of the Mason Pot. Before we delve into the details,
I love when someone delves. I love delving, and I love musings. Let's check out his story real quick.
Welcome more about the Mason Pot origin story. My name is Jack Woltering, founder and creator. I wanted to let you know a little bit more about myself, how this Mason Pot came about, and just what is it? What can you use it for? How is it a game changer? So first about me, I've been across the coast, Jersey to Kansas to LA for the past 10 years.
Is Kansas on
in
a
the
coast?
recreational cannabis market. I've been making cannabis content for about 7 years, focused in on edibles and infusions. It's called True Buds TV. Feel free to check that out. It's a great resource. There's also the True Buds Show podcast for long-form content.
Oh, nice.
And I bring up True Buds TV in particular because that's when I really started diving into infusions and more. And I found out through that course of time in the 15 years and really after a decade of dialing in the infusions and working, with these other machines.
Do you think True Buds has a tagline?
That the Mason jar method, the OG method, was the best.
Yeah, they do.
So I said, how can I elevate this?
True Buds podcast is an LA. It's called
what is it?
LA-based 420 friendly podcast. That's his show. Welcome to the True Buds Show, a podcast where I interview people in the cannabis industry. So honestly, Jack is thriving, and I think it's because he's moved on from commenting on other people's hairstyles and moved into the podcast community, which I think is a clever flip. So what are we talking about again on this show?
We're talking about man buns and how musical they are. Check out this. It's like, why is there's one of these for every trend in the...
Yeah, it's always the guy doing the like, do I look better with a man bun? Do you want to touch my man bun? I look good with a man bun. There's this kind of comedy that I think is very millennial, which is just like being annoying but keeping a totally straight face. And I think it does kind of play into Napoleon Dynamite maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe, is Flight of the Conchords like that too? I think kind of.
Don't be jealous of a man bun, man bun. Man plus bun equals fun.
Is this the song that you covered at the start of the show?
No, this is completely
When I go on the
independent.
pool, I only have one rule.
I need a man bun, show me a man bun, man bun.
All girls want to see my bun. Thankfully, I've a pretty big one.
Man bun.
With a man bun, you don't.
It's one of those things where, like, the joke
cause a commotion. With a man bun, you half close your eyes. Impress the ladies, intimidate the guys.
It's one of those.
Do you look better with a man bun? Do you want to touch my man bun? I look good with a man bun. Don't be jealous of a man bun, man bun.
Man plus bun equals fun. Man with no bun is a no one.
I think what I was trying to say when I kept thinking the song was over and then it wasn't, is a lot of these millennial kind of songs don't really have a joke. It's
right.
Unclear. Does he even like a man bun or no? It looks like he doesn't really have. He didn't even grow one. This Dave McGee TV fella, he barely has one at all.
I know, like, it's just it's extremely derivative of like the Lonely Island or Tim and Eric or whatever. And the humor just comes from being weird and random.
So that's what it is. But then, at least with those kind of people, they were being weird and random about things that were like slightly unexpected, like tiny feet or whatever. I mean, it's so mortifying to look back on now. But they're being random about those kind of things. But then this is like taking something that already is culturally loaded and then being random about it. So just even that part of it is neutralized, kind of, to just become nothing. That's good. And also this says Series 4. So is this part of... Did this guy like try to make his own sketch show?
I don't know. That sounds like a... The name Series 4 sounds like a bad like British or Australian channel.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a man bun parody, and it's being sung at Liberty University, and there's nothing homophobic about it.
This looks like a wrestling stage. What's
Do
Liberty
you know what
University?
Liberty?
No, what is it?
It's like a Christian conservative college in the States.
Oh, sick. He's not even playing guitar, he's just posing with it.
Something was wrong. Brother, have you lost your mind? Well, we used to be friends, now that's gotta end. It's nothing that you did or said. You got something scary, a little round hairy doorknob on the back of your head. You got a man bun, drop the knot, son, it don't look right on a man.
so eerie that it's like you can see that there's people behind, but they're not moving at all. They're not even laughing.
I mean, would you be laughing if you were here?
I mean, I'd be having if I had to go to some kind of like church event and this guy came out, I would be having the time of my life. Oh, they did cheer there. He's kind of crushing the guitar solo, though. Most comedy songs, I think, you could have just written a song instead, and it would be better. Because he clearly wants to shred.
But he only wants to shred.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's playing guitar the whole time.
Yeah. I like that he said he has an open mind. I love this. I'm just like watching these videos in silence. I wonder if there's a studio version of this. Seems like it's only ever been live.
Yeah, I don't know who Tim Hawkins is.
I mean, he crushed it. Yeah, he has some songs on Spotify with quite a few plays. Like Pretty Pink Tractor is his most popular song. Second most popular song is called Things You Don't Say to Your Wife. Could only imagine. There's one called Yoga Pants, which I'd also be curious to know, but I don't see how that could be safe for church unless he's just saying like, I mean, I don't even want to know what he's doing with that one really. But Man Bun doesn't even track on the top. I wonder if he has a song called Colonoscopy. That's got to be good. Yeah, Tim Hawkins. Check him out. Tim Hawkins has a song called I'm a Christian, the closing track of the Rock Show Comedy Tour album. Cool. Nice.
Well,
thank you.
That was the Man Bun show. Josiah, do you have any items or objects?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Well, that's fine.
No, I don't have anything.
Well, we'll get them next time, Tiger.
Unless, well, I actually do have something I could... No, I do, actually. I do. Sorry.
Okay.
I have something.
Cool.
Millennial Object of the Week.
Millennial Object of the Week.
And it is... Because the Nike Mind 01s that I want for my house shoes keep selling out, and I'm not going to be fighting with bots to get them. But I just saw these today.
Josiah.
And you gotta get to picture number 8 is the real one that I need to get for my house shoes.
Okay.
And I have wanted to ask you about this for a while because I've noticed that independently of one another,
oh my goodness,
we both like to wear Umbro clothing. And for me, it's because when I was in grade 5 or 6, everyone had Umbro, and my parents were like pretty poor, and I only had a couple Umbro things, and I always wanted more. And so now my inner child is demanding that I go to Livestock and buy Umbro every time I get paid, and I keep buying more Umbro items. But I'm curious what your relationship is to Umbro.
Yeah, I like Umbro. It's Umbro. Yeah, I mean, it was just like when I was in kindergarten doing like youth soccer, Umbro was the brand, and I think the logo is cool and classic looking.
Yeah, it's really nice, and I do like this sort of footy hooligan vibe to it, which is probably why you're reacting so negatively to the new Umbro Crocs World Cup collab that just was announced today.
Well, it's the tongue. The tongue is so rough. I think the quilt is kind of cool, but the tongue is
so funny.
Especially the like plastic ones that I guess you want.
The plastic ones are the ones I want.
Rough,
the shoes, I don't like the color of the quilted shoes. I think those are pretty nasty. But the Crocs they're classic rubber Crocs with a football cleat tongue hanging over, and there's even a gibbet of a whistle on it. So you don't like these? You're not a fan?
No, I can't stand these. I cannot stand these.
Damn, disappointing. Well, I'm still in the search for the perfect house shoe. What do you have for a house shoe?
I don't really wear shoes around the house.
So you're a floor cleaner then?
I just don't wear shoes. I don't know.
You don't get.
I like socks. I wear the socks to keep my feet warm.
But do you like? What about like? Is there crumbs in the kitchen or anything, or do you like Swiffer regularly?
Oh, that's why you wear those.
Well, also
I guess, like
when it's wintertime.
I don't think I get.
We don't
have.
I
don't think I have crumbs on my feet.
We don't
that's
have like
that's an interesting question.
Yeah, we don't have like a floor mat, so it gets kind of muddy by the front, and unless you're going to Swiffer it like every single day, it's better to just have house shoes walking through that area.
I see.
Okay, well,
yeah, I don't have them.
Hopefully, I can get these, and I guess I won't be sharing them with you. But that was my millennial item of the week.
What size shoe are you?
11.
Okay.
What about you?
Like 10.
Yeah, I figured you'd be smaller, but I do like knowing that you have a big head. That does comfort me a lot regularly.
Glad to hear that.
So that was the millennial item of the week, Miles. I think that the man bun is Reddit, and I think you're going to have something to say about that, but I think it is my guess.
I think I'll accept that. I'll accept it.
I feel like when things are so obviously Reddit, you want to make them not Reddit, and then vice versa.
Yeah. I just saw like I did see this meme when we were looking at the Google images where it's like people who wear man buns, and it was like a guy with a man bun, and then it was like people who make fun of guys who wear man buns, and it was like an ugly guy in a fedora.
Right.
Which would be the Redditor archetype. But the new Reddit, 2026 Reddit, is just a normal guy. And I do think a man bun is a normal guy haircut.
Did you see that I did a meme about you today?
No.
Check it out. Well, it's kind of about Erica Kirk, but because this hard picture of her dropped podcasting. And I said, this is how I look when Mouse calls something I like Reddit. But I don't like man buns necessarily, so... And you'll see.
What's something you like that I called Reddit?
I can't remember, actually.
Can you recite everyone who liked it?
Oh, that's funny. My alarm's going off. You know why? Because
it's bedtime.
I had to do some work this morning. There was a big assignment due that ended up getting postponed anyways, but I was like, I need to make sure I don't sleep in, and I need to show up to work like 15 minutes earlier than usual so I can catch up with the designer who was working late. And I accidentally set my alarm for 8:40 p.m. and slept in drastically today. So that's why.
All right. Good night, boys and girls all over the world. It's time for bed.
Hey, I'm Alex, and welcome to Alex's Corner. This is my corner. Welcome to it. I'm Alex.
So I just got back from a little trip out to Utah and Arizona, like I was talking about earlier. Here's some a couple recordings of some stuff I saw out there. This is like right now is playing is a recording of some coyotes outside of Capitol Reef area. I liked that. I liked hearing the coyotes. It was kind of something that I'm not very used to, being from the Midwest. Sometimes you hear them out here, but I don't know.
That's cool.
They're a lot maybe quieter.
A little coyote action.
Not as common. I also heard dogs barking at each other. like kind of by this canyon in the night, and it sounded kind of like this. That was out in Monument Valley, which is in the Navajo Nation, and in a ton of movies like Thelma and Louise and a bunch of old westerns. This is a recording of me playing a flute out in Monument Valley. Actually, I'm kidding. That's actually this Native American tour guide named Larson. He's a really chill guy. He reminded me of my Uncle Nico, kind of. And he was playing some flute, or a drone flute for us out in this. I forget what the place was called per se, but there was. He took us onto like the private land and showed us these various different places, like the Wind here, and this big Hogan style formation that was shaped. This was beneath like a thing that looked like an eagle, and the wind picked up crazy as he was playing drone flute. It felt kind of symbolic or spiritual. Like that.
So these types of flutes are actually just more for entertainment than anything else. The flutes we used for ceremonies were about 4 or 5 inches long, or be about an inch to half an inch thick, and will imitate the sound of people. So whenever shamans would use that during a ceremony, they use that to amplify our prayers to the heavens. They use word wave verses and different things like that. So these are just more entertainment than anything else.
Funny thing about that dude is he'd say, "Pretty cool stuff though," after everything that he said, which was, he would show us something like really amazing and beautiful, like these like ancient petroglyphs, you know, like and just really insanely beautiful stuff that I was kind of blown away by. And then he'd be like, pretty interesting stuff though. Pretty interesting stuff though. Now I can't stop saying that in my head after everything I think. Pretty interesting stuff though. Pretty interesting stuff though. Pretty cool stuff though. It's like, anyway, pretty interesting stuff though.
That's pretty good fries.
This is a clip of me having lunch with my family.
So what'd you say our plan is now?
I'm gonna go buy a bottle of water from the gas station.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go and hike Antelope Canyon. Yeah. So it's gonna be beautiful. 206. So I'm gonna hop over there to the gas station. That was a good hot chicken. Good hot chicken. Yeah. Do you like this song? No, you don't. Mom doesn't like it.
I don't know it, but I can.
Do you like this song, Dad?
It sounds like a
You never heard it before?
Bird.
It sounds like a dying bird. Do you like this song, Jordan?
I love these guys. I saw them live last year.
No. I
Put on a great show.
Cool.
Do you like M83?
And then at one point I was meditating on top of like a mountain in Sedona, and I heard a sound like this. And when I opened my eyes, there was an old man standing in front of me, and it was as if he had moved away from everyone, but he didn't know I was sitting right behind him. And then I turned to the older Asian woman next to me, and we both exchanged a laugh and a chuckle, and I kind of teared up because I was holding in my joy so as not to embarrass the man. And that was pretty much my trip to the West.